Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating history of the Sephardic community in the Ottoman Empire. Get ready for an adventure through time. We will journey back centuries to a time when the Ottoman Empire stood as a beacon of power and influence stretching from the Balkans to the Middle East. And within this vast empire, a unique community thrived, the Sephardic Jews. Their story is a tapestry woven with threads of resilience, adaptation, and cultural richness. Join me as we uncover the complexities of their existence. Before the storms of conspiracy and betrayal, we must first understand the man who would become a legend, Gaius Julius Caesar. Born into a turbulent era of the Roman Republic, Caesar's ambition was as boundless as the empire he sought to forge. From his early military campaigns in Gaul, where his tactical brilliance subdued fierce tribes and expanded Rome's dominion, Caesar proved himself a force to be reckoned with. His victories brought him not only glory but also the unwavering loyalty of his legions. Back in Rome, however, political intrigue swirled like a tempest. The old order, embodied by the Senate, watched Caesar's growing power with suspicion and fear. His popularity with the people, fueled by his military triumphs and populist reforms, only deepened their anxieties. Caesar, however, was not one to be deterred. He boldly crossed the Rubicon River, an act of defiance against the Senate, plunging Rome into civil war. His legions proved unstoppable, and his rivals, including the once mighty Pompey, were vanquished. Emerging victorious from the crucible of conflict, Caesar stood at the pinnacle of Roman power. He was declared dictator for life, a title that bestowed upon him unprecedented authority. But his very success sowed the seeds of discontent among those who yearned for the old ways, for the checks and balances of the Republic. The seeds of conspiracy were sown in the fertile ground of resentment and fear. Whispers of tyranny and despotism began to circulate amongst the elite, painting Caesar not as a hero, but as a threat to the very fabric of Roman society. The air in Rome grew thick with tension, a palpable unease settling upon the city's marble streets and grand villas. Caesar's rise, meteoric and awe-inspiring, had left many in its wake feeling unsettled, even threatened. The once powerful Senate, its authority now eclipsed by Caesar's dominance, became a breeding ground for discontent. Senators, once proud guardians of the Republic, saw their power dwindling, their voices increasingly marginalized. Whispers of tyranny and dictatorship echoed through the hallowed halls of the Forum. Caesar's accumulation of power, his disregard for traditional norms, and his ambition, which seemed to know no bounds, fueled their anxieties. Among the senators, a group of men bound by shared grievances and a deep-seated belief in the ideals of the Republic began to plot. They saw Caesar's growing power as a cancer, one that threatened to consume the very foundations of Roman society. These men, hailed by some as patriots, condemned by others as traitors, would forever etch their names into the annals of history. They were the conspirators, and at their heart lay the fiery determination of Cassius and the conflicted conscience of Brutus. Brutus, a man torn between his loyalty to Caesar and his love for Rome, became the linchpin of the conspiracy. His noble lineage, his reputation for integrity, lent legitimacy to their cause. Cassius, a shrewd and ambitious politician, fueled the flames of discontent, exploiting the fears and grievances of his fellow senators. He saw in Caesar's demise an opportunity to reshape Rome in his own image. Driven by a potent mix of idealism and self-preservation, the conspirators plotted in secret, their whispers hidden from Caesar's watchful eyes. The Ides of March, a date etched in the Roman calendar, would become their fateful stage. Chapter 3. The Ides of March. The 15th of March, the Ides of March, dawned like any other day in Rome. The sun, rising over the horizon, cast its golden rays upon the bustling city, oblivious to the drama that was about to unfold. But for Caesar, a sense of foreboding hung heavy in the air. Soothsayers warned of impending danger, urging him to stay home to avoid the Senate that day. Yet Caesar, ever defiant, brushed aside their ominous prophecies. He had, after all, much to attend to. The Senate awaited his presence, eager to bestow upon him further honors, to solidify his position as the undisputed master of Rome. Little did he know, the very men who showered him with accolades harbored murderous intent. As Caesar made his way to the theatre of Pompey, where the Senate was meeting that fateful day, the conspirators gathered, their faces a mask of composure, their hearts pounding with a mixture of fear and resolve. Among them was Brutus, his usually stoic demeanor betrayed by a flicker of doubt in his eyes. Could he go through with it? Could he betray his friend, his benefactor, for the sake of a republic that seemed already lost? Cassius, ever the pragmatist, sensed his comrade's hesitation. With a steely look and a whispered word, he steeled Brutus's resolve. The die was cast, the fate of Rome and Caesar hanging precariously in the balance. As Caesar entered the theatre, surrounded by his entourage, the conspirators closed in, their daggers concealed beneath their togas. Tilius Cimber, approaching Caesar as if to plead for a favor, grabbed his toga, a pre-arranged signal for the attack to commence. Casca, his hand trembling, struck the first blow, his dagger finding its mark in Caesar's neck. A collective gasp escaped the onlookers as the unthinkable unfolded before their eyes. Chapter 4. The Assassins Unveiled. The first blow shattered the illusion of normalcy, unleashing chaos within the hallowed halls of the theatre of Pompey. Startled gasps turned into cries of alarm as the gathered senators scrambled for safety. Caesar, wounded but still formidable, attempted to fight back, his voice booming through the chamber. "Et tu, brute," he is said to have uttered, a poignant lament of betrayal. Brutus, his face a mask of grim determination, joined the fray, his dagger finding its mark. It was a symbolic act, a betrayal that would forever stain his name. The air filled with the clang of metal against flesh and the desperate cries of the wounded. The assassins, a frenzied pack, relentlessly pursued their target. Cassius, his hatred for Caesar palpable, ensured their grim task was carried out with ruthless efficiency. As Caesar finally crumpled to the ground, a stunned silence descended upon the theatre. The deed was done. The most powerful man in Rome lay lifeless at their feet. Chapter 5. The deed and its aftermath. Silence descended upon the theatre of Pompey, a silence heavy with the weight of what had transpired. The conspirators, their daggers still dripping with Caesar's blood, stood over their fallen foe, their faces a mixture of shock and disbelief. The deed was done, but the outcome far from certain. A wave of uncertainty washed over them. Had they acted in the best interests of Rome, or had they unleashed forces they could not control? The senators, many of whom had been complicit in the conspiracy, either through active participation or silent consent, were in disarray. Some fled in terror, fearing the repercussions of their actions. Others, emboldened by what they had witnessed, hailed the assassins as liberators, their voices echoing through the now empty theatre. The republic, they believed, had been saved from the clutches of tyranny. But the assassination of Caesar, far from marking the end of Rome's troubles, proved to be merely the opening act in a bloody power struggle. The conspirators, united in their hatred of Caesar, soon found themselves divided by their visions for the future. Mark Antony, Caesar's loyal lieutenant, skillfully exploited the growing unrest, using Caesar's cleverly crafted will and his own powerful oratory skills to turn the tide of public opinion against the assassins. The Roman populace, initially supportive of the assassination, swayed by Antony's impassioned speeches and Caesar's posthumous generosity, turned against the conspirators, their anger fueled by grief and a thirst for vengeance. The once revered Brutus and Cassius, now branded as murderers, were forced to flee Rome, their dreams of restoring the Republic shattered amidst the chaos and bloodshed they had unleashed. The assassination of Caesar, a pivotal moment in Roman history, serves as a stark reminder of the complexities of power, ambition, and the enduring allure of the ideals of liberty and democracy. Outro, a legacy etched in time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories. See you next time. From the rise of Caesar, a man of unparalleled ambition and military prowess, to the climactic events of the Ides of March, we've witnessed how power, ambition, and idealism can collide with devastating consequences. The assassination of Caesar serves as a timeless reminder of the fragility of power and the enduring human struggle for freedom and self-determination. Join us next time as we delve into another captivating chapter of human history.